Avatar: The Last Airbender. Well, I had heard about this show for years and looked it up on Wikipedia and the Avatar Wiki a lot, but I never really got into it. I always had a bit of a desire to see it, but I never got the decision in my mind to actually view it, and I wasn't really that interested in plopping down like $35 for a season set of a show that I wasn't too sure that I would honestly like. Then, when I got upgraded to Amazon Prime, I started to look at a couple of episodes for the first season to see if I would like it, and I couldn't stop. I got hooked after like 3 episodes. Once I finished with the first season, I immediately bopped over to season 2, finished that super fast, and then did season 3, and I finished that super fast. Made reviews of all 3 seasons on Amazon, all of them get 5 stars. It was one heck of an awesome show. I mean, for a show that's on Nickelodeon and that you can tell is aimed for a lower age audience, this just had all kinds of stuff working for it. I mean, it had great characters that we all could sort of relate to. It did a great job of trying to make the art of bending, relatable to us, and it was great in so many other ways. Explaining all of the cultures in this world, a great balance of development of characters, romance, humor, and tones of episodes being different, and just, oh my god, this was just one heck of an awesome show. I just loved it. Um, let's not get into opinion of each season real fast. Season 1, it was a pretty darn good intro season. It's sort of the bit where you're on the run from the main bad guy, which I think is usually the case in these first act bits. Not that much I can say about it that I haven't already, although when I saw that Zuko was the blue-faced warrior, that shocked me. I wasn't expecting that. Book 2, Earth. Surprisingly, I ended up liking that book a lot more than Water. I mean, it developed the cast a lot more, and it had some of, the best episodes that made you really emotional, like Zuko Alone, Appa's Lost Days. Oh man, I regard those as, the best episodes of the series, honestly. They're my top 2. And then all of the different environments that they went in, how many times the characters had to struggle with what is honestly typical dramas that someone in their position would go through. It's awesome. And I loved how we got more time with Zuko and Iroh. I can't pronounce his name, sorry. And then also, another thing that Book 2 did right was that it actually got more villains that seem menacing. I mean, okay, Zuko, Iroh, even though he didn't really do anything, and that other admiral. I mean, we know that they're the bad guys, but I'm like, oh no, he's coming forward. Oh, good, what are they gonna do? I'm not afraid of them. I just go, oh, here come the bad guys. Let's see how they defeat them. There were a couple of times where I was more scared, but not really. But Azula and her 2 friends, and then the warriors in the Earth Kingdom, that was way better. We actually got menace, and it was a lot harder. And then especially for the fact that at the end, technically they don't win. They lost everything. Yeah, awesome. Fire, I call it a pretty good way to cap it off. It did everything that the other books had, set up, explored some more culture, explored the bending more, showed a pretty good organization of the military, awesome fight scenes, and a great ending. But I feel, honestly, it has more flaws than the previous 2 seasons because, first of all, it is established that Fire takes place several weeks after Earth, but over the course of that, everyone's bending suddenly appears to have become a whole lot better. Even Aang, and he was unconscious for a month and a half at least. I mean, you don't say weeks if it isn't about that amount of time. and you would expect him to be weak, but hey, suddenly he's suddenly more powerful. I didn't like that. And then also the bit where Katara freezes Azula and the water thingy is sort of like ice, but she's able to move at normal speed. That doesn't make any sense. Uh, Once we see Fire Lord Ozai's face, or whenever we see Mark Hamill's character's face, he doesn't appear menacing. I mean, like, when we couldn't see him on the throne, you know, he was pretty darn menacing. It reminded me of, like, I don't know, the Horned King from Black Cauldron, Sauron, and even Palpatine. That was good. Once we see his face, a bunch of his menace just goes away like that. Did we have to do that? I think, honestly, you should have avoided showing his face until Zuko confronted him. That would have been a lot better. And then also, even though I kind of predicted that this would happen, I feel part of the character development is cut off for the sake of having action. Now, that usually is the case for third installments. They wrap everything up. But it was just a bummer. I had one more. Oh, yeah. Tons of these episodes, almost half, feel like the filler episodes. No. They're still fun to watch, but it was more filler. But do I hate Season 3? No, I just have more flaws with it, but I actually think it's better than Season 1. Better character development, better humor, fight scenes, and more realistic doing of the romance bit, because what they did in Book 1 was really kind of crappy. I mean, like, Aang and Katara, I didn't like their character arc in there, and then Sokka and that Moon girl, I was just like, what are you doing with her? She's insane on the personality, but just come on, you are better off with Zuki. Yeah. So all in all, even though I do have those faults with Season 3, it's still better than Season 1 in likability. But it is the worst critique-wise. But I still give it 5 stars. So all in all, it was just one heck of a great show. I'm just bummed that I didn't check it out sooner. I'm gonna get the DVDs, even though I can watch them anytime I want to on Amazon. And you gotta be wondering, did I check out the movie? Yes, I had to. What did I think of that? I got 35 minutes in and then I switched it off. It was really slow-paced. They were pronouncing the characters' names like crazy. I mean, like, it was easier for me to watch Cinema Excrement's video on this. It's in the description, trust me. Have I checked the legend of, hold up. Have I checked the legend of Korra yet? No, it's not available on Amazon Prime, and I'm busy watching a bunch of other stuff. I aim to check it out eventually, but it's not a big priority for me right now. Nothing else I can say except it's one of these cartoons that actually ends up being a lot more than just a cartoon, extremely well done, and is going to be remembered way beyond its years.